about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Safety's creeping.
Hey, kill.
Bravo. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Prescott now. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. 4th down, Prescott. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And his kick is good. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 15.
Tighten up.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Charlie.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill, kill, kill.
On third down, here's McCoy. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Let's go, Eddie. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, 43, 15.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hero, 15.
High 7, let's go.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
Let's go.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Yellow.
Mike's 50.
Seam 6.
54. Get him. Get him. Get him. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I got him.
Easy.
Ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Move.
Attack.
Right there. 50 smoke. Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Hey, watch Sam.
Hey, color.
Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Come on now.
Mahomes to the former Ram, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Protect the backer. Hatchet.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
All day, dog.
At the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
15.
Where's Mike? Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch the backer.
Echo.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins.
Mahomes' pass complete to Sammy Watkins. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the slant. Check.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
You got tight right there.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd down, it's McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, partner, let's look league-wide for a second and think playoffs here. I'm going to give you some teams, and you tell me if they still have a chance at the AFC wild card or are they just waiting till next year. How about Cleveland at 4-6?
They're actually getting hot right now, but I still don't see them getting there and being in the playoffs.
Okay, same division. Steelers, they're 5-5 right now.
Yeah, I think the loss to Cleveland finished off that run.
Also 5-5, the Titans.
They actually have a chance if they stick to what they do best, and that's run the football. They'll have to chase down Indianapolis and Houston in their own division.
Okay, lastly, I'm going to ask the question because they've talked about it. How about the 3-7 Jets?
Who's they and why?
Not you and I.
Okay, I was about to say, why? No.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 47. Kill.
Check three.
Hunt, 64. Watch wing. 66.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott to throw this time. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's get the ball.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go, fellas.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A throw over the middle taken in. The 20. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go, let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Again, it's McCoy. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the...
Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Hey, watch the slant. Exit.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55. I'm coming.
Hey, Riblet, Riblet.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Hey, 57, 57.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Play, 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 play.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
15.
Mike.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Attack, attack.
Check 9.
Bravo. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Big boy can run.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Exit, exit. Mike
Here we go, 46. Under.
56. Off. Just like that. Just like that. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Cooper was the target there. With that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that. His team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott,
Yeah,
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't forget Michael Thomas with the Saints continued to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, if Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs run off a string, he's a defending NFL MVP.
But think about this. If Lamar Jackson does win the MVP, he'll be the first 22-year-old to do it since Jim Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Motion.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Go. Mike 55.
Now Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
4 down.
Prescott now from the 50. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Hey, Riblet.
Check motion. Haywood.
Yellow.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Topper.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Yellow. Attack.
Mike 55. Mike
66. Bullet high.
Ship. Hey, check.
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right.
Go. It's run.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go,
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Mahomes going to throw.
Bandit.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Bang, 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 bang. Check.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
What we got?
Hey, 57.
Switch.
Kill.
80 weapon.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Check nickel. Mike.
Hey, 43.
Check 55. Mike.
On second down and 4. Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yellow.
General, West.
My God, 55.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D.
Hey, 57.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
The 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, here we
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 20. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Mahomes now to throw. And this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So that effort gives him a three-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Frank Clark in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Kill. 47.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game.
Hey, we got 3.
They'll run on 1st down. It's McCoy. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it. Do all the...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Yellow. 480.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Switch.
Right side.
Quick.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
53. Mike.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Hey, pick your game up.
Mike, 50%.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking middle, and that's complete. And all the way up to the 46. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's McCoy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Yellow.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Kill. Charlie.
'54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You're not ready.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Mahomes pass, intended for Tyreek Hill, incomplete. Results in a fourth.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? And they'll run it with McCoy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. McCoy, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, 43.
Blue dark corkers. Blue dark corkers. 24. Check 24.
Now here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Mike,
Fight down these two. Fight down these two.
quit talking about it and bring it.
Come back.
Tight dog.
Shit.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 25.
Hey, 57, 57.
25.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
H3, 218. Chopper.
He's checking.
On 3rd down, it's McCoy. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
It's 4th down.
Slam. Pilot, 64. Weak.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Check your hot read.
Check 50. Check 50. Motion.
Mike's 5-4.
Now McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
50.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
3rd and long for Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
I don't think you got it.
Send it, yellow, 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 yellow.
Mike 55. Mike
High 7, let's go.
3 buzz. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I got you.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Kill. Hey, Recon, 132, fight it.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Let's go, motion.
Hey, 43, 15.
Mike 54.
Orbit.
55.
Right side.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes is for his running back, McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
Right side.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox, light.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, fellas.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott.
Here we go again.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for him. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We're going to work.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 42 yards. Dancing to his left. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 40 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
You got nothing.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yellow, yellow.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Yellow. I've got blue lady. Yellow.
Watch QB drop.
On third down, McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Mahomes going to throw, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All day, defense, all day. Hayward. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Prescott from the gun.
53, Mike 53.
Completes it to Jason Witten. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's just me and you.
On second and a couple, Mahomes being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On third down, it's McCoy. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Easy. Check. Attack. Echo.
From the 40 now on second down, Mahomes. He finds McCoy. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. On third down, it's McCoy. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 34 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Hey, alert 3.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Here go 46. 26.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Hitchens showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Here we go, 46.
Hot 7. 53 is the mic.
I'm trying to collect.
Let's go.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hey, kill.
Right stone. Bravo. It comes to me, it's me. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
26.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he fires one, but incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Kill.
Check. 53. Check. 53's Mike. 3 buzz. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Nice.
Here we go, 47.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
53's the Mike.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
He's not going to get me.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
47. Here we go, 47.
Echo.
Go. Get out there.
53. Get your swerve on. Mike.
26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 27, Chiefs 24. Chris Meyer to kick off for Dallas.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over.
Let's go,
1st and
baby.
10
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. Mike, 55. Exit. 55. Hey.
They'll look to throw.
Dropped it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy.
Good work.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down.
Go, boys. Bring it up.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At their own 44-yard line.
Ready? 60 out low. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun towards the end zone for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Stick.
48.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
He's going to take off with it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57 the mic.
From the gun, Jackson. He's to the 10. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
You ain't got nothing.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, 48's the mic.
I'm coming, Bob, I'm coming.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
180!
Dead, baby.
Six!
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Topper!
They can't hang with us.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Garoppolo buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On the ready. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike, 57. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 57's Mike. Mike, 57. It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right, and that is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On the return, it's James. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Come on, Sam.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Come to my world.
Here's the option going left on second down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go.
Let's go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 15 for the Niners there on a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Here we go. 120!
Mike, 36. No gain on this defense. No gain.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Stop your whining.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And with that, folks, I want to remind you to join the NFL Salute to Service. This season, the NFL and its players are honoring those who proudly serve our country, and fans are encouraged to join NFL players in writing letters to service members and their families. To learn how you can send your letter today, visit NFL.com/salute. There goes Mark Ingram. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 71 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
Here we go, here we
and
go.
you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12. The week before Thanksgiving, hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them, does it? But if they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to keep pace and stay right on the heels of San Francisco in the NFC West. How about Dallas at New England? That's a big-time game. The Cowboys trying to maintain their lead in the NFC East. New England just one loss. And Green Bay at San Francisco. That game got flexed to Sunday night and deserved to be. That could be one of the better ones we'll see this year.
Yeah, that's a trio of games that is very, very strong this weekend. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
We own them.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
12.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That'll be complete to Breida. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Here we go. Lock.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They will run again with Coleman. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. This is Breida. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Don't get nervous.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line.
All right, D, let's all right, D. Safe.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Ingram again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it, they took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.